Bettors here with 32 NFL season previews in 32 days. We are on day number 8, and we are going to finish off talking about the AFC East today with the Buffalo Bills. Or maybe we should say the Texas Bills? We kid, Bills fans. We don't want Bills Mafia going anywhere. Hopefully, they will keep the team in Buffalo. We're not going to get into that today, though. We are just going to get into the 2021 Buffalo Bills season preview. Hey, as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our team previews. And go ahead and smash that like button because the NFL preseason has officially started. We're that much closer to the real season beginning, and that is super exciting, especially for us here at Grandstand Bettors, because if you haven't signed up for it yet, we are hosting our NFL betting contest this year. We're giving $1,000 away to the winner. It's very easy. All you have to do is go over to grandstandbettors.com. The link is below in the description, and sign up for a free NFL contest that we're hosting. Now, we're also giving away $100 as a referral bonus to the person who refers the most people to join the contest. So we're starting the year off before the NFL season even begins with $100 to one of you, our subscribers. While you're over at grandstandbettors.com, become part of our family and start living that grandstand life. Now, without further ado, let's dive into the Buffalo Bills 2021 season. To do so, let's take a quick look back on the 2020 season. The Buffalo Bills finished last season 13-3, which crushed their preseason over-under, which was set at 8.5. They also finally broke their playoff win drought by beating the Colts in the first round of the playoffs, 27-24. They then went on to beat the Ravens and make the AFC Championship game. Unfortunately, Bills fans, you know that's where the season ended as a 14-point loss to the Kansas City Chiefs, and Patrick Mahomes was disappointing. Now, looking at their season, though, the Bills won games that they should have, and they beat good teams in close games. That's a good recipe to do well in the NFL. They know how to move the ball down the field, and they have a good enough defense that got them one win away from reaching the Super Bowl for the first time since 1994. Listen, this is a solid team, and they have probably just a few pieces away from putting it together in a season that wins a Super Bowl for them. Now, two names come to mind when we think of the Bills right now. Josh Allen and Stefon Diggs. These guys lit it up last year. They connected 127 times for 1,535 yards. And that's kind of scary because it was their first year together. They're only going to get better. Their connection really contributed to them ranking 3rd in the NFL with 288 passing yards per game and 2nd in overall yards per game with 396. They also ranked 2nd in points per game at 31.3, which was just behind the Green Bay Packers. Now, with a year under their belt and more time for their running backs, Devin Singletary and Zach Moss, to develop, their offense is going to be very hard to stop this year. Their defense is really the only thing that struggled last season, and their loss to the Chiefs kind of exposed their weakness at linebacker and D-line, which struggled all season long at stopping the run. Two of the best teams in the AFC, they have quarterbacks that can run the ball and can stretch your defense, and that's what's really hurting the Bills, that was what was hurting the Bills last year, but we think they might be on the right track to correct that. Last year, they gave up 199 yards per game against the run, which was 17th in the NFL. Fixing this was definitely one of their goals in the offseason. As they did it, they needed to add a couple quick edge rushers and linebackers that can spy on opposing quarterbacks and get to them before any of them do some damage with their legs, i.e. Patrick Mahomes. In free agency, however, they didn't actively hunt down any big-name free agents. Although, it would have been nice to land J.J. Watt, which honestly, we have no idea why J.J. Watt didn't go to Buffalo or Green Bay over Arizona. I get it, Kyler Murray, and it's a young team, but whatever the case may be, they did do a good job re-signing players like Vernon Butler, Micah Hyde, Matt Milano, which brought back some core defensive players that should keep improving with time. They also, this was awesome, they picked up Emmanuel Sanders from the New Orleans Saints. That just adds another weapon to Josh Allen's arsenal. And also they picked up a few linemen to undoubtedly add protection to their franchise quarterback and to really help them in the run game. Now, draft day, they selected a few linemen, Jack Anderson from Texas Tech, Tommy Doyle from Miami of Ohio, and Spencer Brown from Northern Iowa. The Bills definitely did their homework because none of those guys were first or second round picks, but they each have the potential to become part of an NFL system, especially in the Bills system. Now, besides these picks, the rest of the players that were drafted were defensive ones, but the one we do want to mention here is Greg Rousseau. In 13 games played last year, he had 15.5 sacks and 19.5 tackles for a loss. This guy is a very quick edge rusher, and as we alluded to before in the video, that's something that they needed. It's exactly what they need for guys like Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, who like to extend the pocket and try to escape pressure along the sidelines. We think Rousseau is going to make a huge impact on this team, and he's going to be a great addition. Now, if you want to get into the schedule of the Bills have one of the easier schedules on the year. They have the 9th easiest schedule. You know, they could lose a game to New England or Miami. I know a lot of Dolphins fans on yesterday's video or 2 days ago really gave me some slack about Tua becoming better. Hey, if he's better, Bills might lose one here. But in all honesty, Buffalo can go 6-0 in their divisional games. Their other games in the AFC feature the Steelers, Chiefs, Titans, and the rest of the AFC South. We have them going 4-2 over those 6 games. Now, against the NFC South, the game in Week 14 against Tampa Bay, that's going to be one to watch. It actually could be a Super Bowl matchup this year. I know that's crazy to think, but it could be. Now, the NFC opponents, other than that, they have Washington at home as their 17th game this year. I mean, there's really no problems there. All in all, we think the Bills are really the team to beat in the AFC this East. I know a lot of Miami Dolphins fans disagreed with our opinion on the Miami Dolphins, but I still think they're going to be looking up at the Buffalo Bills in the standings. So the Buffalo Bills team total or win total here was over 11, which is a little surprising coming off a 13-win season last year because I think they just got better. So we're going to take the over here. It's set at 11. We're going to be a little surprised if they don't get over 11. We have them winning the 13 games, going over just like they did last year. They're going to go deep in the playoffs again. Josh Allen should have another MVP caliber season. And to be honest, with the addition of Greg Rousseau, I think it's going to be a dynamite defense. And this is going to be a team to watch. I have them at least probably going to the AFC Championship game pending any injuries. But best bet, Buffalo Bills over 11. So guys, that's it for the AFC East. We broke down the Dolphins, Jets, Bills, and Pats. Tomorrow, get excited. We move into the AFC North. That's going to be the Steelers, Browns, Ravens, and the Bungles. We'll see how it goes with the AFC North. But as always, sit back, relax, enjoy our season previews, and we'll see you tomorrow.